Hello, welcome to
Hi,
Healthy Girls
everybody. Hope you're
Day
having,
on Thursday. Hi, guys.
hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Thank you for coming in and watching in the kitchen with Heather and Gail, HGW. So we're just trying to give everybody some different ideas that you may or may not have thought of before, and let's get to it, right?
Hi, Penny, Lori, and Nancy. Welcome in. And please share this out in your community tab. Heather's going to go first this week. And this week we're making dinners. So high protein, healthy dinners. And we're going to do the same meat, but two different ways. So what are we doing today, Heather?
We're going to do burgers and different sides and things like that. So I'm going to take you guys along and show you what I'm going to do with my ground beef. And then after I'm done, we'll join Gail and see what she's making with her ground beef. Okay, here we go. You ready? Okay. Let's see if I can get you guys close enough to see. How's that? Okay, that works. Okay, so here's my burger. It's nice and warm. I made my ground beef into a patty, cooked it up, put some cheese on it, melted it up. Actually, first, what I'm going to do, let's move this out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay some romaine lettuce on the plate to make it kind of a fanned looking effect. You know, plating kind of helps, right? And I'm going to set my patty right there. And then I'm going to add a tomato slice. I could add more tomato slices. I just didn't cut enough up. It's up to you how you would like it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some cottage cheese, which the ground beef is a nice high protein item along with the cheese. I'm going to add some cottage cheese right here on the side. I'm not going to do too much because this is actually lunchtime. This is a dinner type item. Okay, and then let me get some pepper. You can't just have cottage cheese with nothing. Put a little pepper. Pepper helps with things as well. It looks like a lot, but it'll be mixed in, and no worries. I like a lot of pepper. There's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some yogurt, homemade yogurt. And I like to keep my stuff separate. I don't like my stuff touching. Some things, you know, just depends what it is. Put some yogurt on there. I am going to put a little bit of honey to mix into my yogurt, which yogurt is another nice protein. Set this aside, and I've got some homemade pickles. Ooh, nice seal. And I had a fork for those. Okay. And I'm going to put a nice little pickle right there. You can do more or less, whatever you'd like. I'm going to put a lid, nice little lid on my pickles to refrigerate them now. And bam, there's my dinner option. You'll mix in your honey with your yogurt or whatever you want to flavor your yogurt. Sometimes some low sugar jelly or some fresh berries or frozen berries, whatever you like. Some chia seed is a good option. And there's that. I'm going to eat a bite. Delicious. And then I can just cut it up into the pieces. Make sure you chew your food really well. It's better for your digestion in your system. That's all I got. So there's a lot of protein going on in this plate and other nutrition going on as well. So I'm sure everybody's kind of done that. So that's it. Your turn, Gail. I can't hear you.
All right, so I am going to be making a chaffle burger. So my hamburger patty is over on the stove. I put some liquid aminos on both sides. It's in a pan, staying warm right now while I make my chaffles for the burger. All right, so I got my bowl, my little bowl out. Okay. And these are my two chaffle makers. I have one that's yellow like Peeps and one that's green. So this one's actually bigger, so my burger's going to be a little bit off. But anyway, so first I'm going to crack a couple of small eggs. I actually picked small eggs on purpose because though this is a dinner item, right now I am currently here by myself. So if I made 4 hamburger patties, that would be too much for me. So I don't want to do that. So first I'm going to take 2 eggs and I'm going to actually beat them.
So Teresa said that it's buffering really bad. She went out and came back in and it's still buffering. So I don't know if YouTube's still having issues.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just going to continue to keep going. Sorry. So an 1/8 of a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt, a quarter cup of almond flour. Okay. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. I didn't quite get all of that out before. So, and I actually caramelized some onion. This is more than what I need, but I'm going to use the rest of it with our dinner. So I'm going to put like a couple of spoonfuls of that. I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm going to do a teaspoon of lemon juice. This lemon juice is supposed to help with the eggy flavor. In case you're not a fan of eggs. All right. And then 1/2 cup of cheese. I went with like a medium cheddar, right? I think that the cheddar is good for a hamburger. Now, if you were going to do a dessert chaffle, I would recommend maybe a mozzarella because it's a more neutral flavor. All right, now let me get my spoon. Spoon will be better for mixing. So now I'm just going to mix these ingredients together. The point is that we're making a gluten-free bun. Okay. You could also eat the hamburger totally by itself. Like I do that a lot. So I'm just trying to make sure I get everything nice and mixed up. You could actually, use an emulsion blender or mix this up in some other way, but I don't mind it like this. So you're basically putting your onion inside of it instead of on it like you would normally do. All right. Now, one of the things they say with chaffles is a great way to make it more crispy is to actually add cheese to the chaffle maker itself before you put the mixture. So since I actually did a little bit too much, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this cheddar cheese on the chaffle maker. Then I'm going to add some of this mixture. You don't want to over mix it because then it'll be just busting out, right? So that's probably a good amount right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill the other one.
So are those just waffle makers?
They're just waffle makers, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of these are called, this is a dash This is a Dash Mini, and this is a regular Dash. So that's why one is actually kind of bigger than the other. This is actually going to make more than 2 buns.
I only ate the yogurt and I'm full.
Okay. All right. So now we got those going. We're going to let that, we're going to let those cook. All right. So that's going to cook. I'm going to go ahead and get my plate out. Okay. Just got to wait for the chaffles to make now. Do a little bit of cleaning up while I'm waiting.
That's what I'm doing.
Trying to get the stuff out of the way that I've already kind of used. And put my lemon juice up. You know, this burger would probably be really good with guacamole. I'm not going to do it that way today, but that is a really good option. So basically, when you put the chaffle in, the light is on to tell you it's ready. When the light goes off, you know that means it's time, it's cooked. So I do have a Primal Kitchen avocado oil mayo that's made with good clean ingredients. So, and I also have some Colby Jack cheese on my hamburger patty. I went ahead and put it, when I saw that Heather's was melted, I thought, oh, I do really like melted cheese better than non-melted cheese. So I went ahead and put mine on and let it melt as well. So you gave me that idea.
Yeah.
So,
it just depends what it is or how you feel about it. You know,
yeah.
Cheese
Sometimes
melted.
they're different. There may be one day I'm like, hey, let's do a guacamole. Let's do guacamole on it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So the first one done, of course, is the little one. I'm going to let it go just a little bit longer until this one's done. That'll just make it a little crispier. I'm going to let it go a little longer. I like them crispy. So, but yeah, this Primal Kitchen mayo, some Walmarts have this. It's
I don't know why not. I would be curious to see. Carol said she wonders if that it'll work for her vegan cheese because she has, you know,
does it melt?
Specific diet. So
does it melt? If it melts, then yeah, probably.
I would give it a try. And show us.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Totally. You know, there are a lot of different chaffle recipes. If you want some chaffle recipes, Just Jason Keogh has a lot. This particular recipe, though, is from Southern Keto, because I was trying to find one a little less eggy. So to me, adding the lemon juice, I think, really does help. I think last time I didn't add the Greek yogurt, so maybe that's why it had a little, but it seems like when I made his recipe just the way he said it, it was less of an eggy flavor. But hubby actually likes this recipe, and I believe we will be adding this to our weekly menu.
Okay.
So I'm going to check the chaffle again. I have a green one over here that you can't see.
Oh, Ariella, you need to see the sunrise. She's like, it's 5:15 a.m. here in Australia. I'm going back to bed.
I'm so sorry.
And I think it's Friday for her.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I want to watch her live from yesterday, so I can see her new place.
Oh yeah, it looks very nice.
I'm curious. I haven't seen it, but I will do the replay. I didn't want to put it on a playlist because I wanted to actually be able to see it. I want to actually be there to watch the replay. Right. Of course, since I'm doing this in front of people, I'm having trouble with my little chaffle thing here. You know, isn't that how it works? So let's check this one.
So when you're cooking them, the longer you let them cook in there, the more firm they get. So it depends if you want it really soft or do you want it to have like a little crunch?
Yeah. This one looks crunchier, actually. So I think I'm going to make the big one the bottom because it's more crunchy. I'm going to go ahead and turn the chaffle makers off. I will probably go ahead and cook that, but I might just like add it to our dinner or something. But anyway, so now I have my chaffle burger buns made out of chaffles. Okay. So now I'm going to add the Primal Kitchen avocado oil mayo, just like a burger, right? Onions already in it, right? All right. Now we need the most important ingredient of all, which is the burger. So this is a regular grass-fed beef burger, cooked with liquid aminos and a Colby Jack cheese on it. You could add lettuce and tomato. I want to personally wait until I can grow my own. I would pair this with beans or cottage cheese normally.
That looks good.
And so that is my burger. That's what that one, this one is the small end. It doesn't look as pretty as this side. But anyway, that's okay.
It still eats the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So could you share the recipe down in the comments or description or something for that?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So some people it's not buffering now, and some people say it's buffering. I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good. I like it. The cheddar cheese, it's the medium cheddar cheese. I shredded this. Actually, I was on there with Heather shredding my cheese real fast so I could get this ready. I was kind of running behind, but I pulled it off. Here's my burger. So it's good stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely get that recipe shared.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Nice. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of protein, in that bun that you made because,
cheese, the hamburger patty itself. So yeah, that's a lot of protein in there. You could have that totally by yourself if you were doing it for lunch. But if you're having it for dinner, I would pair it with cottage cheese. Greek yogurt would be another option. Beans, salad, broccoli, anything really. I mean, you could if you're feeling really fancy that day, you could treat yourself with some good siete chips, So
I would probably sprinkle some diced tomatoes and cilantro and some maybe taco seasoning in that mixture.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
You could do a chicken
taco seasoning to it, right? You could add taco seasoning to it, and then, like I say, instead of putting the avocado mayo, you could put the guacamole, and then you could add peppers to it and tomatoes and make it just like a Mexican burger kind of with taco seasoning and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. But
maybe next week we could make avocado dip. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So next week, hello, Okies Eden.
Next week more than one dip, like something with Greek yogurt.
Yeah, a few things. I'll probably put some yogurt stuff and some awesome avocado dip. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, very cool. But yeah, I think the burger came out good. I am more proud of it. This one actually I bought is yellow, but for some reason the yellow is cheaper and it actually has a Peeps bunny on it. I don't really care about that. I was just like, why is it cheaper? Because it's yellow. I don't care if it's yellow. So this is what my burger came out to be, my chaffle burger. So it's got a nice amount of cheese right there. And this is how it looks on that side.
I already ate the yogurt. Woo! I'm going to spill everything in my you can't see it, but I've got cottage cheese with some pepper in it, pepper jack cheese, burger, tomato, homemade pickle, and romaine lettuce, and you can just cut it up and eat it with no bun. Very healthy.
Very pretty plate.
Yeah. It's hard to turn it. I guess I could have turned my screen down to look at it, but
yeah,
I have to do it the hard way.
Oh.
So yeah, and then I got my lemon water with my show you. Add some organic chia seeds in my lemon water, and I kind of just drink off of it all day long, a little bit here and there. Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Over here in my part of the States, it's very sunny out, so it's nice because it'll dry up.
Nice. I have to do grocery shopping today, but I'm really hoping that, I'm afraid to wait till tomorrow because it's really busy on Fridays, and that's why I prefer to go Monday through Friday grocery shopping when other people are not there. Also, remember, I have to take longer because I have to read labels. I'm also using the Bobby Approved app to see on certain things if certain things are approved.
Can you explain to me what that means? I'm confused.
Bobby Parrish is a channel that has over 1 million subscribers, which I don't really care about that. I do not know at all what his credentials are, but he basically understands the food ingredients, and he can go through and tell you if a particular item has bad ingredients in it or not. So there's a free app that you can put on your phone where you could say, oh, I wonder if this liquid aminos is okay. Scan it. It'll say Bobby approved or Bobby not approved.
And what did it say?
If it's bad, it'll tell you what ingredients in there are bad or questionable. Huh?
Did you do that, liquid aminos? Did you try it?
No, because it's Bragg brand and it's non-GMO and all the things. I didn't do it on that, but I've done it on.
Try it.
I'm pretty sure it is. As a matter of fact, I might have even remember seeing it because I actually went through the items that were okay at Walmart just to know that I was getting the right things. I got to be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of these fancy, hard, hoity-toity cheeses at the store. I just didn't really grow up with that. My palate is not set up for the high-end hard cheeses. I prefer Colby Jack, cheddar.
Yeah, just cheddar. Better versions of the cheeses you like. That's all. Yeah.
Well, basically the most improved I can do on the cheese is just to shred my own cheese, because I've already tried the fancy brands and I really don't like the taste of them. So it's just too pungent for me.
Michelle is plain hooky. So we just wanted to share with you something that you guys probably already do, but just, maybe as a reminder or encouragement to make something healthy or healthier.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if the yogurt is necessarily useful. I've never seen any recipes put the yogurt in there before, but I think the yogurt's purpose is to kind of hide the cheese flavor. I believe the yogurt and the lemon juice are to help hide the eggy flavor because you want it to taste like a hamburger bun. You want it to taste like
just adds more protein in there. So
it really does. It does. Yeah, it's only like a couple of tablespoons. So there's probably even a different yogurt. You could probably use like almond milk, technically. or there's probably other things. Carol, you're good at substituting things. I'm sure you can find. But I believe all those things are just trying to hide the eggy flavor for those who are not huge egg fans, which I prefer my chaffle not to be overly eggy. If I'm going to eat eggs, I just want to eat the eggs, not be putting it in stuff that tastes like eggs. But
Yeah, I guess you just gotta play around with a few different recipes and see, what tastes better for you.
yeah, there's a lot of different recipes, but I like doing it. Sometimes I'll just make it for breakfast or lunch. Mainly for dinner, I've just done buns. But yeah.
What's on your hook today, Crystal? Fun. Well, I hope that everybody's able to get outside. I don't know where you're at. Maybe you still have tons of snow.
Yep.
Gail got more snow than I did. Thank you.
It snowed one day, and then it snowed a little the next day, and then it stayed on the ground for 3 to 5 days, melting little by very slowly, basically.
Yeah, they said our snowfall wasn't measurable this year. And it snowed like in the early morning, and within 4 or 5 hours it was pretty much melted that quick.
So basically that means you're going to need to probably be adding some nitrogen into your soil because you got the least amount of snow. Because they're saying, I'm hearing now, just new information this year is that snow actually has nitrogen in it. So there's that. But
we make a lot of our own compost, so
I'm at about 50% of my own compost and 50% store-bought soil.
We need to give some of our compost away. We have too much. We're gonna have to find areas to put some of it
for a few years now. And say if we clean out the chicken coop and it's not the right time of year to put it in the garden, like right now would not be a good time because it won't have enough time. Say we clean it out after the garden's already done, we'll put it in the compost area and it will age. We also do I've also been adding cardboard over there without tape and labels and all the things you're not supposed to have on your cardboard.
For the worms.
I also add leaves, which break down, and hubby runs over the leaves with the lawnmower, so they break down some more. Also, occasionally an egg will break in the chicken coop, not at the time when I really want to be putting it in the garden. So I'll throw that over there. The chickens also scratch over there when they're out free ranging. So that adds more compost to it. So yeah, so I've been working on that soil for a while now.
Yeah.
Trying to get it ready. And I basically go over there, I sit down and I put it all in the wagon, drag the wagon over to the other side and put it into my beds.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how much stuff that you use in your household that you can use in your compost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't have a feed store near me right yet, but we used to. It closed down, but we have another one that's starting to open up. There's one smaller feed store, but it's more like horse. I mean, they've got some chicken feed and stuff like that, but it's not like a big, huge feed store with too much other products. But there's one that's going to be reopening, so I'm hoping that they'll have some really good stuff in there.
Yeah, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've been asking people for suggestions of things to do on the Gail Southern Living channel to try to bring up my viewership. So if you have any ideas for me, if you would email or text, or you can even put them in the chat and I'll screenshot them. So I've been trying to, because sometimes your brain is set on things. And if someone just brings out something, it could even be something you used to do that you don't do anymore. If someone brings it up, you can try those things and that might kind of renew your channel a little bit. So that's why I decided today to stream on both channels, because one of the suggestions from one of my friends was to do more lives. So I thought today we're doing Healthy Goals Wednesday. So I went ahead and did a live for both channels. Now that I have the paid StreamYard, I can stream on double channels. So if you're wondering why I'm doing that, it is to help the revenue of all three of my channels, to add the other one to help it have another live. So that was one of my suggestions from one of my friends. So if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know. I will take your suggestions. And I don't have a problem admitting when things are not going so well. Basically, Gail's Southern Living right now is the arrows are pointing down and the comments are low. So I've been trying to work really hard to comment back to all my comments, and also at commenting on one video for those people and adding another one to the playlist. So I'm trying to support those who are supporting me. So that's one of the things.
I've been having people watching my channel and my hours are just not going up at all. They're just kind of staying. So I'm back down.
Admitting that it's my main channel is kind of taking a little bit of a downslide. So I'm going to try to focus on that channel right now and try to get those arrows and everything going back up to health before I work on my other two channels.
Right.
For right now.
Yeah.
Other than the lives that we're already doing, I'm not going to add anything else until I get my main channel up to where it needs to be. So, but I don't know, maybe because we're having kind of an early springish weather, maybe people are already out gardening and things like that. I do usually do really well. And this is kind of my off season between cooking and gardening. I've kind of stopped cooking and not been gardening yet. So it's kind of that in the middle part right now. And so that's kind of, yeah, I know I need to get in the kitchen and do some cooking, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this live for our Healthy Goals in the Kitchen with Gail and Heather, and hope it inspires you to try something a little bit healthier in your kitchen. And so on that note, I guess we'll end it right here.
Idea.
Right. Hope you guys have an amazing day. And that chaffle really looks delicious, Gail.
Thank you. Thank you. Yours does too. Yours looks very picturesque.
What's your main channel, Gail?
Gail's Southern Living. Yeah, Gail's Southern Living is my main channel. My other two channels are secondary. I would say Broken Hearts Ministry is second, and then the Gail's Health Journey is third right now, is how I'm kind of working it. But yeah. But yeah, when that's the drawback to doing multiple channels is you over focus on something and don't focus on something enough. So that's where the problem comes in. So thank you guys for coming out today. We will be back next week to make some healthy dips for you guys. Also, we'll show you what kind of chips we are going to be using. So you'll have some chip ideas, some dip ideas, and that will be lots of fun. And we hope you guys enjoy these. And if you have any suggestions, please let us know. But thank you guys for coming in today. And we're going to go ahead and end it. I have to finish eating my chaffle burger and put up my stuff, clean off my counter, because today is grocery shopping day, because I really, really seriously hate going on Fridays because it starts to get busy on those days.
Right. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, week, weekend. That's coming up, too.
Yeah, so, weekend's coming up.
the weeks are going by like, you know, yeah. So, all right, Gail, you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Bye guys. Have a good day and a good weekend. Bye everybody.
Bye.